Imagine a future where parents don't just hope for a healthy baby, they choose one. Eye color, height, intelligence, athletic ability, all selected before birth. It sounds like science fiction, but thanks to a powerful tool called CRISPR, it's becoming science fact. The question isn't just can we design the perfect human? It's should we? CRISPR stands for Clustered Regularly Interspaced Short Palindromic Repeats. It's a groundbreaking gene editing tool that allows scientists to cut and modify DNA with extraordinary precision. Think of it as a pair of molecular scissors, able to find a specific gene and either delete it, repair it, or replace it. Originally developed to fight genetic diseases, CRISPR has opened the door to something far more controversial: human enhancement. In 2018, a Chinese scientist claimed to have created the world's first genetically edited babies. Twin girls. The edit? A change in a gene called CCR5, supposedly to make them resistant to HIV. The announcement sent shockwaves through the scientific community. Why? Because this wasn't just a lab experiment. This was a real change to the human germline. A change that would be passed on to future generations. A permanent rewrite of human biology. Suddenly, the age of designer babies wasn't a theory. It was real. CRISPR gave us the power to alter life at its source. And with that power came a flood of ethical questions. Should we use gene editing to eliminate disease? Most people would say yes. But what about boosting intelligence? Increasing lifespan? Enhancing beauty, strength, or even personality traits? Where do we draw the line between treatment and enhancement? And who gets to decide what's perfect? The idea of designing babies raises serious concerns about inequality. What if only the wealthy can afford genetic upgrades? We could create a genetic class divide, an elite generation born with built-in advantages, a world where natural humans are left behind. This concept has been explored in science fiction for years. Think of the movie Gattaca. A society where people's futures are determined by their DNA before they're even born. But fiction is now catching up with reality. Right now, scientists can use CRISPR to target genes linked to diseases like sickle cell anemia, Huntington's, and certain types of cancer. That's powerful. But the human genome is incredibly complex. Traits like intelligence or creativity aren't controlled by one gene. They're influenced by thousands. We don't fully understand how they work or interact. Editing one gene might fix a problem or cause a new one. And even with perfect understanding, editing embryos is still risky. Off-target effects, unintended cuts in the DNA, can lead to unpredictable results. In other words, we're editing the book of life with a highlighter and no spell check. And once the change is made, there's no undo button. Still, the research continues. Some countries have banned germline editing. Others allow it under strict regulations. And as the technology improves, pressure is growing to find global ethical guidelines. Because the potential is enormous. We could eliminate hereditary diseases entirely. We could build resistance to viruses. We could unlock longer, healthier lives for future generations. But we must ask, what are we willing to trade for perfection? Diversity? Autonomy? The unpredictable beauty of being human. Some scientists argue that instead of designing perfect humans, we should design a better world. One where we embrace differences, support each other, and use technology to uplift, not divide. CRISPR is a tool. What we do with it depends on us. We can use it to heal, to prevent suffering, to expand human potential. Or we can use it to divide, to control, to chase a shallow idea of perfection. The future of humanity may be written in our DNA, but it's still up to us to choose the story.